To all. So, welcome. This is like a clarity session. If you have any questions, anything to ask, anything to find a clarity, you can either send a chat message here if it is a private one, or you can directly raise your hand and ask if you have any questions. These sessions we keep for clarity because we keep doing so many of these programs continuously. Webinars are there, other sessions are there, deep sessions are there. So, in the course of your practices, after doing webinars and learning so many things, you can come across doubts, you can come across questions, or when you are deeply contemplating on life, on spirituality, on teachings, on books, and quotes, or whatever, there are chances you can come across questions. And I believe strongly a seeker's active mind will have a lot of questions. A mind that doesn't have a question is dead mind. It's a believing mind, believer's mind. So I tell you something, you will believe me blindly. Your paths tell you something, you will believe it blindly. Your religions, your festivals. Oh, बाहर देखो धूम धड़ाका चल रहा है सब. Dancing. You'll find God by dancing like this. You'll find God by breaking crackers and baking coconuts and wearing good dresses, going to the temple and banging the bells, distributing sweets, burning camphor, lighting diyas, doing all kind of pujas to the mother. Where is the mother? Is she in the heavens, or is she in those idols? Or is she somewhere yet not manifested that we have to bang bells to wake the gods up or break crackers to wake them up? Are gods sleeping? These are questions that we must ask ourselves. Are your gods sleeping or are you sleeping? Either of you are sleeping. What we are talking here is a Jagrit world, world of awareness. When either of us are sleeping, then all this shorgul, all this noise will begin. Noise of the mind. Mind creates a lot of noise. A mind that is noisy will never find God. When you close your eyes, that's the shift. What you call as shifting into awareness. One shift, you close your eyes. What is the meaning of closing your eyes? Eyes close by itself. You don't shut it close. When you make that shift, when you contemplate on the inner divine presence, your eyes close. Your eyes close in an indication samsara is closing out. Samsara closes out means drama closing out. Mind dramas, the external world dramas, all shut out. What remains is the pure presence. There you will find God. Whereas we open our eyes, because we have not shifted, we have drifted. And when we drift outside, all your festivals come out, all your rituals come out, all your prayers and chants and slogans and shouts and yelling comes out. Can you find God in that? Because the moment you open your eyes, there is movement of the mind, movement of the body. The entire external world comes into existence. And then you go around searching your gods in this existent, leaving the place where that God was. Now you call that ignorance or foolishness or wiseness. I leave it up to you. This path talks straight truths without any nonsense of the mind. I do not pay any attention to neither my mind's nonsense or anybody else's mind's nonsense. And you have to be careful if you want to walk the path of the self awareness. Things do happen when you open your eyes. There are a lot of stories that will immediately sprout out. There are births, there are deaths, all part and parcel of the game. Tell me, are there deaths when you are asleep? Today morning, Shilpa passing away. She passed away early in the morning. I was deep asleep. Did I know? Is death there at that time? She must have also probably passed out in sleep. Is death existing at that time? Death exists only when we open our eyes. We live in both the worlds, inner and outside. I don't deny the outside. Outside also is a part. But you must not lose your grip also on the inner. Outside is an existence. Outside is humanly. We have a body, we have mind, we have emotions. Definitely emotions will be stirred, body will move, tears might come out. All those things are there. I must have not wept even for my father's death like I wept for her. See, when you're in the body, when you're in the mind, you go through those emotions, and emotions are humanly. As a human, you will go through emotions. That's fine, but that's not reality. That's not the ultimate reality. We must not lose that grip. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not even telling be human, inhuman. Be human, be a part of the world, be a part of all the nonsense. But at the same time, there is something deeper also. The mind, ego, when it is functioning in the world, it will be connected in the world. It will have its own drawbacks here. There's no doubt about it. So that part is Shakti part, which moves. The Shakti, the ego in us. It is aware of samsara. It is aware of the samsara's plays. It is playing the role of this and that. Some or the other role it is playing, and it is enjoying or not enjoying those roles. It is suffering and it is experiencing happiness. All those things are going on. But there is one aspect that is devoid of all these things. That is the Shiva consciousness. The Shiva is not perturbed by anything in us. Shakti is perturbed. Shiva is not perturbed. Because Shiva is a witness, it watches everything as a play. We must know this skill. We must not forget this skill. If you forget, you have gone back to your own ways, old ways. These are all vasanas of your old paths, same dramas. That is where you have to be aware and rise above it. It's okay to go back into that zones, but it's not okay to stay there. See, from yesterday evening, I was feeling very uneasy after this webinar. I believe it was a powerful webinar, and that is why I'm not keeping any follow up to disturb that. You every day just listen to it deeply, keeping the ego aside, listen. Don't bring your own head ideas into what is being said there. Just be blank and just contemplate, reflect on that webinar. You'll see with every time you look at it, you will get a very deep understanding, realization. Guaranteed. Layer by layer, same you go through. That's why I told yesterday in the webinar also, you go through this. Because every webinar, we do not know what happens. It's not according to plan. Opening Shiva Sutras was not our plan. It happens, whatever happens. So there is a depth in that. That's the message. That's the message that comes timely to us. Time to time, we are guided. The Guru Tattva. So I would suggest keep it till Saturday. See, even if you don't do Parashakti, that's okay. That's not a big. You do it, you'll understand. You'll go deeper into the journey. What happens is the more programs you do with me, you will go crystal clear deep in all dimensions. No stone unturned. That can happen. But this webinar, don't lose touch of that. Daily contemplate on it. You will get to know your own nature. So I shared those quotes with you. It says where repeated practice, the right practice at the right time and the right spirit. You repeatedly hit it, you don't know when it will burst open. In Shiva Sutras, it's very clearly mentioned that it's not about a gradual process. It can be gradual. Gradual is our mind, which is not serious. This is not for part-time seekers. आज किया कल नहीं किया, then 2 days you're off, then third day you remember, and then 4 days you're off, and then you have your own problems, you have your mood swings, and then you're happy, then you return to satsang because you're happy, or you are sad, you return to satsang because you are sad, you want some solution. These all, yesterday what we did in the webinar, consistency. What was told yesterday? That you must keep your effort. Third sutra, chapter 2.3, third verse in chapter 2, Shiva Sutras. Prayatna sadhaka. We contemplated deep on that. That prayatna is what I'm teaching. Prayatna doesn't come by that effort. It is a thrust. It's a deep thrust. You do that layer first, this webinar, I'll tell you deeper layers of that, but at least get that basic crystal clear. What is that thrust? What is that thrust that was mentioned between subjective God consciousness and objective God consciousness and back? I said the Prasad mantra. Prasad mantra is what returns, Pranav mantra is what goes out of Shiva. So it's a cycle that hits and come back. So that trust which is there, that maintenance, if that trust is there, anytime it might awaken. Illumination. There's no timetable of that. That is the meaning of Udyama Bhairava. Bhairava Tattvainus. What is that Bhairava? The thrust it is. Thrust of Bhairava, seeing nonsense as nonsense, ignorance as ignorance, and not falling for anything. Your mind cooks up stories, your mind plays. But Bhairava Tattva in you is watching it. It doesn't fall for it. That is Udyama Bhairava. That state remains. No concepts can touch your mind. Then the Para Bhairava emerges. Udyama Bhairava is a flash of awareness. It can happen in a spontaneous flash, deep flash, Shiva Sutra says. That's what I'm telling. Shiva Sutra is very, very deep. It is not for part-timers. But I was thinking of retreat, but it opened up here. Whatever. So you pay attention to that repeatedly. and you'll see a lot of layers opening up slowly. Parashakti, what we do in Ghaziabad, I will be connected with you guys more because I'm connected more with the guys who are serious. Don't worry about location. I might sit here and there. I'm sitting in this home, I'll sit in somebody else's home. But my connection is with the people who are connected to the tattvas. That is where my work is. My work is not in homes. Where he makes us move, we move. But my connection is with the seekers. So there, during this time, this season, where everybody is busy connecting to external gods or trying to catch the attention of external gods, let us simmer down and understand it's all here. The Shiva, the Shakti, all the gods and deities, the Guru is all right within our temple. For that, the eyes has to close. Why does Shiva sit with his two eyes closed? Why is he a drishta? He's not a drishta with eyes open. He's drishta with the third eye open. When your third eye opens only, you can be a witness. When your two eyes open, you cannot be a witness. When your two eyes open, you are a samsara person. Then your festivals begin outside. Do you understand? When third eye opens, there is no festival outside. The festival celebration is inside. That is Shiva. So it all depends on which eyes is open and which eyes is closed. The people whose third eye is open, their two eyes will be open, but the third eye, you see Shiva sitting in two different photographs. In some photographs, you will see his both eyes open, third eye closed. Three types of photographs. There is no third eye, only two eyes are open. That is the state where Shiva is blessing the world. Okay, samsara, the play. Blessings are there, grace, maintenance, things like that. Second picture is when the two eyes are closed, but the third eye is open. That is, he has cut out from samsara. He is witnessing everything with the third eye. It's a drishta. He's not involved in the play, but he is participating in the play like an illumination. Sorry, he is the one who's illuminating. When he illuminates, only this whole platform lights up. The drama goes on. Without his illumination, you can't. And there will be a third photograph where you can see his third eye also open and his both eyes also open, or you can see two eyes half open. It looks like he's in like sleepy state, yoga nidra. In that third eye may be open or not there, but this half open means half world and half inside. That is what we are practicing. Here and there, both. Participation also, witness also at the same time. That is what we are practicing. In the world, but yet not of the world. But connected deeply to who am I? I am Shiva. Awareness is there. I am the presence. At the same time, participating. Participating in the roles like father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, son, daughter. That also is there. But at the same time, you know you are not the father, mother, husband, wife, brother, sister, son, daughter. You are the presence. I keep on opening many sutras. It is up to you what you're catching. What is meant for you only you will catch, according to your prarabdha. Not just me, anywhere. You are aware of life. Guru Tattva is always active. Messages are pouring, things are happening, everything. If you are attentive, you can catch. If you are not, you will not. Prarabdha prevents us. Prarabdha gives us opportunity. That is how life designs, What is destiny? How's destiny created? By your every move, isn't it? Every moment you are making decisions, isn't it? And that shapes your future. You get up right now and go out into the streets. Your future is based on that walk. So many things can happen. So many things that were supposed to happen may not happen. Maybe you're sitting somewhere on a rock, and then you get up for a walk. Maybe if you sat there, a snake would have bit you. What was supposed to happen did not happen. Why? You went for a walk. Walk is not ordinary. To the mind, it looks very ordinary, casual. You don't know what how life plays. Or you might have walked for something that was supposed to happen to happen. Maybe you were supposed to meet someone on the road. Maybe you were supposed to find an answer by meeting someone. Maybe you were supposed to find something you had lost. So many things are there. See what it is. I was sitting on the rock. I said, let me just take a walk. I took a walk and came. Casual. It's not casual. Every second, life is giving you a direction. And it is based on thousands of factors. That's what I call prarabdha. What I am telling you will not see in the book, it is flowing. In the Shrishti, whatever is there, every moment something are there you are connecting with. Based on that, your next move of life is become based on. See that walk, it connects you to something different. One walk. I have observed in my life so many such walks which change the course of my destiny. You have to be aware of it. When you deeply contemplate, you'll see every walk means every move of life takes you in a different direction. Same is the webinars, same are retreats, same are all the spiritual, same are even these sessions. See, in these sessions, you might get something so precious you might have not found in your own entire life. I'm just giving an example. Maybe there's an answer you're seeking somewhere here and there 10 years, and suddenly you're sitting in the session, it opens up here. Maybe you were supposed to do something else, but you said, no, no, I'll go and sit for the satsang. Why? Because you had to hear that. Your karma for the next direction, you had to hear that. But if you had not to hear that according to your blueprint, you come what may, you say, no, I'll come and sit. Even if you come and sit, maybe at that particular moment, when we are talking that, the bell rings and you go to open the bell and it's your neighbor giving you something and you take and you close the door and you come back and sit. You miss that part. I told you, karma is very complex. Every moment of life is shaping us. Every action in action is shaping us. And the mind keeps on playing. Do you see? All our decisions are based on our mind. Whether I should go for a walk, not go for a walk, whether I should sit here, whether I should do that, I should come and attend the session or not, or do something else. So many factors are playing in the mind. I'm not saying session only is main thing. Maybe you were supposed to come for a session and then in the house says, no, no, we have got urgent call, we have to go for a party. You say, no, 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 I am not interested in party. I want to go for this, sit for the session. That's more important to me. Then no pressure. You say, you have to come. Anyways, they are all waiting for you. And then you go grumpy, half-heartedly, saying that satsang was my main thing. What is all this nonsense of the world? But you go there is something waiting for you there. Maybe that solution which you are searching for past 10 years opens up when you meet in a party somebody. Some person comes and tells you, and you are relieved. So, oh my God, lottery lag gayi. So, did satsang help you or the world help you? Very complex. I am not promoting only spirituality. Everything is a part and parcel. I am promoting awareness here. Be aware. If you don't pay attention, you can miss out a lot of things. Like yesterday evening after the webinar, I was feeling so restless. I went out with my friend. We had a pizza and things like that. But I was very restless. I was not knowing what happened. I wanted to call Shilpa. I said, it's been very long. I have never called her. I said, let me call. A thought came into my head. It was at around 5:30 in the evening, after the session only, 6 o'clock. I was driving in my car. The thought came. I was going to my friend's house. Let me just connect to her and talk. Then I said, no, now, because my friend's house is only like 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, 8 minutes drive. In that, if I'm talking, I'll have to hurry up. So I said, no, I'll talk to her tomorrow. But I said, yesterday also the thought came, I didn't talk to her. Today also, Sunday went off. So, when I parked my car and I was moving to my friend's house, I put a reminder on my mobile, 10 a.m., that is today morning, Shilpa, call her. And I came back home, it was late. I went to sleep. I was very restless in the morning. I don't know why. I woke up at 5, close to 5, early in the morning. I don't wake up. I'm not an early waker. I woke up at 5, I couldn't get sleep. I was like, why restlessness? I was sitting on my system, and Shilpa's sister sent me the message that she passed away at 4:30 in the morning. I was shocked for a while. All those things came into my head. I told my sister I was supposed to call her at 10. My intuition was telling me 2 days call. I didn't listen. On the pretext of something. No, I am not telling I did something wrong. That also is for a reason. For me, there is nothing right and wrong. Everything is for a reason. Even if there is no call that happened, it is for a reason. I am not regretting anything. I'm just telling you the events of life. She called me after she sent me a message, but she called me later after I sent a message to everybody here. She called me later again to just find out did she tell anything how to what is to be done for her final things and all that, because she used to always tell about sessions and things like that. And we know that she was connected to the platform and that was her whole life support, and she was like thanking so much because she was out of so much of pain and sufferings all these many years that she was going through. That was her support system. So I said, nothing to thank. It's a part of life. She's destined. We are destined. It just happens. Nothing like that. Rishi asked, "What do we do? Did she tell you anything?" I said, "Nothing. She didn't tell me anything like that. But do it as per the Hindu rites. Whatever you do, continue doing it." And she said she was in pain yesterday. They took her yesterday evening, afternoon, and she said, "I am supposed to attend the webinar. Don't disturb me at that time." Every Sundays and nights she will sit. So their family knew it. But in the noon time only, she got that pain, numbness, and things like that. They had to rush her to the hospital, and then she was admitted. So at the night time, doctors told her, because she was losing part of her sensations and things like that, and stiffness and things like that. They said they have to do some MRI and some process and some injection and all that. So her sister came and told her, this is what the doctor is telling. What do we do? She said, don't do anything now. So her sister started weeping when she said that. She said, you don't worry, we are there, we'll do this, we'll do that. She said, no, don't do anything. And the sister was telling me we were all crying and she had not a tear in her eyes. Now that's something. That is something. I feel so proud of her. She has learned what she had to learn. Connecting to Ramana, connecting to these teachings, these practices. She attained what she had to attain. And that's the purpose of life. It's not about this happened, that happened. What do we do with life? We talk about attaining the highest goal and all those things. What is the highest goal? This realization that I'm not the body. Only those who realize I'm not the body, my drama, she told her systems, my body is winding up. Well, last month, few weeks back, body is winding up and anytime it might go. I don't know. Who can talk like this and still be so connected? I shared all her messages, right? How jovial, how happy, how peaceful she's talking in that. And I'm telling not a word of complaint ever in these 4 years with this platform. Means grumbling or telling this is not there, that is not there, give me this, give me that, or what is the answer to this, why is this happening to me, why is that happening to me, or even something like pray for me, please send healing. Not a single word she has uttered till now. That's what I call as advanced and mature seeker. See, little things happen to us, how desperate we get for help. We immediately go on. She never did that. She spent her whole time in practice. So whenever she did webinars or whenever did she did sessions, she used to fall into deep samadhi and sushupti, and she couldn't stand by that. So she used to ask me recordings because it is against the protocols. But for her, because I know her conditions, I had agreed to everything. Whatever she wants, she can take. No need to send any amount, but she still insisted that she'll pay because she said, I don't want any special treatment for that because you think I am like this, and so I don't need any special privilege to be given for that. I'll pay. Even though she had difficulty in that also, it's not that she was a very rich person and all that. See, this is life. I mean, you know, a standard of life. Many of you must have seen her in the first. She had come for one Kanyanad retreat. Yeah, Shashi, what you told me. Yeah. Kanyanad, she was there, and I think in the fourth batch of Tiruvannamalai, she was there. Dr. Anita, most of you said, those who recognized, you all sent. A thin girl, short girl. She was with Shivyog for a long time. Then I think in 21 or 22, she came here. She was already diagnosed with uh, the terminology of cancer. She had that. But she was trying her best. At those days, she was trying her best to heal. But she had some deep things also. See, irrespective of what those things are, whether she was able to heal to go to that point and release or not, or but this way or that way, she had a higher realization. What we told in Shiva Sutras that all sufferings lead you to some higher realizations. So I was just happy those things because she had already given a hint. I was like, and I couldn't speak so openly also in previous sessions also because she takes every recording she used to listen, and I didn't want her to listen to any of my frank discussions where She moves away from her state of mind. She shouldn't feel overconfident or the ego shouldn't come up. And because I'm praising her, I didn't want her to listen to any of her praises. Last time I was trying to, I wanted to praise her behind her back because I had that fear that, that state might get shaken and something else might come up. The pride of, I'm advancing, see, it can cause problems. So I was a little careful when talking. But anyways, I'm very happy for her and her family. It teaches us also so lot. So I got your message also, some of your messages. We have learned so much from this incident. Yes, absolutely. This is a real practical example. Dekho, we keep talking, right? And one amongst us, one of our members here did it. We keep talking about all this death, and it's easy to talk. And who dies? Nobody dies. So on one part, you feel bad when you are in the human emotions, you are in the human ego. So morning, I was very much in tears. It went on for a long time. I said I didn't cry even for my father this much. Because see, we are all related in this manner. This is the family is somebody who is relating on this. Family, I don't believe is a blood relationship. I've never believed in it. For me, a family is somebody who's on same frequencies, who have a larger and higher and deeper purpose than the mundane existence of the world. That's what I call family. So that kind of a feeling does come, like it is your family member. But at the same time, when that aspect of life happens, there is one aspect of us which is what our experiences. And the experience is that there is no death. That's the beauty in it. From the egoic point, it is a suffering. From the egoic point, it is sadness and grief. But from the awareness point of view, it is just a celebration. For Shiva, it is celebration. For Shakti, it is restlessness. For Shiva, it's a dream. It just happened and finished. For Shiva, it is transition. Somebody is transitioning from here to there. Nobody dies. Soul always is there, Amar hai. It's only getting into this capsule because of some karmic thing. When that is over, if life lessons are there, it will continue with something else. It will go on. You need not chase it. One message I'm giving everybody. You need not chase the capsules. They come, they finish their work and go on. Gone, gone. They have proceeded. You don't write poems about it. You don't bring in all those hallucinations. I think that is the message, this message. With any diseased persons, never do that. It is none of our business to connect with anybody. Our work is to pray for the illumination of everybody. May all be blessed. May all be free. May everybody evolve. Khatam. That's it. We do not get more into the place, either in the physical world or in the astral world. Are you getting that? We have the highest regard for everybody, highest respect for everybody. We are a part of the world also, half eye open. On one part, we are disturbed, on the other part, we are still because we are Shiva and Shakti. Shakti is shaking, moving, disturbed. Shiva is non shaky, still. Are you getting? This is the whole life what we are talking about. Today's sensation also is very important in connecting to the tattva that we are doing here. I have immense gratitude for Ramana. It is only due to Ramana, his grace, that even this platform and whatever we do, it's his work. It is his work because we are following his teachings. It is not his personalized teachings, it is the Jnana Marga, the highest teachings of wisdom. See the wisdom, what we are talking. This cannot be bookish wisdom. This is nothing to be studied. This is to be realized, what we are talking right now, isn't it? Can this be studied? And what is there to study in this? This is something that opens up, which is the truth. Bookish wisdom is all those other teachings, this and that about samsara. What is bookish wisdom? I'll tell you. Bookish wisdom is about souls, how they move on, what happens to them in between, after that, what happens, past life, future life. All these dramas are your bookish knowledge. Bhauti adi bhautik gyan. Gyan marga means what is, when all these things, whether these things are there or not, whether this wisdom, this knowledge comes and goes. Knowledge will come and go. See, our knowledge keeps changing. Bookish knowledge about the world, everything is changing. You cannot say Earth, we have the complete knowledge. No, Earth also is changing. What Earth was millions of years back, it is not now. Same. That also, everything is changing. So all knowledge is changeable, but there is one wisdom that is not changeable. That is what we are talking here. Shiva and Shakti. At all times they are there. Sometimes in the active force, active way, sometimes in the inactive way. When there is no play, pralaya, they are Satchidananda. When there is a play, there is all these activities and this and that. Apart from this, what is the reality? Tell me. Whether they are playing or not playing, they are there. When the play begins, the split happens. Shakti, that is the ego. I am born. I is born. And thus I begin my capsules. We are all ego capsules. We are all Shakti capsules here sitting. When the play is over, there is none other than Shiva. Everything merges into that. So, what is the truth? Shiva and Shakti. Shakti is in Shiva. We say Shiva is ultimate. Fine. But whenever the play is to happen, from him only it emerges. So, these two tattvas are always there in us. That is what I call wisdom. The truth, the nature of what Shiva is, what Shakti is, the nature. The nature of Shakti is this, it moves. The nature of Shiva, it doesn't move. That is the truth, ultimate truth. और क्या है उसके अंदर? With this truth only everything is built up. Even the falsehood is built up. The false dramas, what you called Maya, whatever you call it, it's all built up from this only. So what is the truth, ultimate truth? There is only this nature of Shiva, which is pure consciousness. The purest truth, highest truth is Chaitanya Mahatma. The Shiva is the consciousness. Now, Shiva is not a personality. Again, I'm telling you, we are not talking about Hindu, Muslim Shiva, or don't even bring any picture in your head when I say Shiva, because that is not pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is nirguna, nirakara, no akara. Akara means it's not no more pure. There is only one state of pure consciousness where there is nothing. Anything other than that is impure state. That is samsara. The moment it moves Out of consciousness, anything is created. When Shakti moves, Shakti comes out. Samsara begins. It is no more the ultimate truth. Please understand this very clearly. It is no more the ultimate truth. Now the game has begun. Now the falsehood has begun. So anything after that split is called Ashuddha Vidya. That is what you call as Gyan. ज्ञान पेलते बोले ना, ये वो पेलने का है, वो डिपार्टमेंट आफ्टर द प्ले begins. So all your gyan, all the people's gyan, all the teachers teachings, all the books written, even the material world and spiritual world, all what is written is this dramas only. What is written about it? Check it out. What are Puranas? Isn't it dramas? Play has begun. In the play, the plays are written. Only Upanishads give you the Shuddha Vidya, knowledge of the self. That is this marga, what we are talking about. Path of wisdom means that knowledge of the self, nothing other than that. And that is not given, it is there, it exists. It is not given. When the false knowledge is removed, what remains is Shuddha Vidya, self knowledge. The knowledge of the self is always existing. Nobody can teach it. Anybody who tells you that is fooling you. That we are teaching you about the self. Self cannot be taught. We have explained this many times. What is the non self can be taught, and how to get rid of the non self, you can say. You do this, the non self will go. What remains is self. Nobody has been able to define till today. Even the greatest Vedas and Upanishads, nobody has been accurately able to describe the self or Paramatman. They are all close mentioned because whatever is mentioned needs the mind. Understand this very clearly. Viveka and mana is needed. Buddhi and mana is needed. Intellect and mind is needed to perceive, to write, to note, to transfer, to transmit, to talk about, to share, to teach, to learn. Buddhi and mana is needed. Atman is beyond the buddhi and mana. Beyond the Vijnanamaya Kosha, beyond even the Anandamaya Kosha. See, in the Anandamaya Kosha also, when the Viveka doesn't work, no awareness works there. You use your Viveka to go through the mind, through the body, you can be aware of this, that, and all that. But when you become self aware, after that, you move into the Anandamaya Kosha where only I amness is there. Or knowing is there that I exist. But that's not Viveka. Viveka cannot discriminate anything there. Try it out. Try it out in the I am sense. When you stay in the I amness, you just know that you exist. You don't know as what you exist, what exists apart from this, where you're sitting, any anya, there will be no knowledge. Just a presence will be there. And that presence, who's present also will not be there. You will not even know I am sitting here present. I am states of samadhi. That is the Anandamaya Kosha, but that also is false. Because that also is witnessed. Because it is witness also, only there is a knowing that I exist. Now the question is, who's the witness? That only is the Atman, beyond Anandamaya Kosha. Now how can you describe that one? The witnesser. To describe something as to see it, something as to know it, something as to perceive it. And all the instruments are gone. Mind is gone, intellect is gone. One knowing also, that also is gone. Now who is there to perceive what? Atman cannot be defined. Anybody who tells you they're teaching you about self, Atman, the hoax. Nobody can teach you about the self. They can explain to you the closest, like I'm explaining to you right now. Is the closest explanation you can give about self. But the real definition, the real experience, one has to only experience it. No teacher, no guru, no gods can make you do that. They can help you reach there with whatever grace or blessings or teachings or removing ignorance, illuminating, all those things, they can get you close to that I amness. I amness is your work. Beyond that is his work. In the I am state also, there is nobody deciding to merge. That's all the play before that. Mind, intellect, merging, and all those things are mind concepts. There is no merging. Whom are you going to merge with? Then everything is removed. You are only that Shiva consciousness, pure consciousness. What is left? You got into that capsule of ego mind, and you sit there and say, I am going to merge. You are the merger. You are the one whom that ego is planning to merge with. The truth, this is. How can there be a merging? So these are talks, correct, but at that level. These are all mind level talks. Oh, I have to merge, I have to connect. Connect with whom? Who's saying this? I have to connect. Atman cannot say this. Mind is saying this. Why mind is saying I have to connect? Who told this mind that you have to connect? Borrowed ज्ञान? That is called ज्ञान पेलना. जो ज्ञान पेलते हैं और हम लेते हैं यहाँ वहां से, पेला हुआ ज्ञान, उससे ऐसा आइडियाज आता है, I have to go and merge. I have to connect. I'm in bondage. I'm mortal. I'm stuck. I'm lost. So for these kind of gyan only is known as knowledge. It is another play of words. They simply keep on playing there. All your books, this books, that books, so many books are there. They will only keep you rotating there only in the mind, intellect, mind, intellect, mind, intellect. Even all your books, sacred books also, you keep reading it. What is going to happen in reading? Oh, I got illumined. I understood. Who got illumined? The mind is saying that again. So what if the mind is illumined? अरे mind has to be destroyed, dissolved. Illumination से बात नहीं बनता. Illumination से ego आता है. That mind will start saying, I'm a saint now. I'm a guru now. I'm a yogi now. I'm a sannyasi now. When mind illumines, this happens. And when mind dissolves, state of avadhuta. Avadhuta only doesn't know who is. I hope you're getting the point. I'm trying to drive this nail for so many years now. This point. But the old vasanas of the old gyan, जो पेला गया है यहाँ वहाँ से, that doesn't go. Those concepts, they're all concepts. They take you nowhere. Once upon a time, it was needed. Now it's you have to throw those books. Nityananda says when you come to the second standard, you no more need the first standard books. Upadesh Saram very clearly talks about all this. You have to keep letting go of your old ways, old concepts when newer things happen to you, newer realizations open to you. If you don't let go, you can never evolve. Gati nirodhakam. Phalama shashvatam gati nirodhakam. Kriti mahodadau patana karanam. Phalama shashvatam gati nirodhakam. Second verse of Upadesar. So the Gyan, so-called Gyan and wisdom, the true wisdom is to destroy all the wisdom. Any wisdom that illuminates your mind and adds wisdom is creating trouble. They have just added more concepts into it. The true wisdom is the wisdom that dissolves all the wisdom. And if you want to hear such wisdom directly from the Mahatmas, Nisardat Maharaj and Ramana Maharishi, two of the giants which I know as of now, I don't know, there might be many else also, but two of the giants who is also well known, but they are not known. This is their real parichaya, what I'm giving, their real introduction of who is Ramana and Nisarga. Avadut states, the real Gyanis giving the real wisdom, but they are not known by this. They are known like some saints, some great teacher. In Mumbai, there was an Advaita teacher, Nisardat Maharaj. He used to sit and talk to 30, 40 people in the room. That's all. His satsangs were that much only. No more. No preaching, no going here, no going there. In his house only, people would come and sit, 30, 40 of them. That's all. Whole life he did that. Smoke beedies, did his agarbatti pujas to Ganesha, took care of his beedi shop, fed his family like a beer, but a true Gyani. In his work, in his talk, in his way, in his living, Jnana just flowed through him like Kabir. Kabir also wove cloth. He went and sold the merchandise to the merchants, local merchants. Regular work, working hard, going and selling it in the market, getting the money, buying food for his family, but full of Gyan. Even while weaving cloth, also Gyan pouring. While selling, also Gyan pouring. While feeding his family, also Gyan pouring. That never stopped. That is what I'm trying to point to. See, these are all great examples, Nisardat Maharaj, Kabir, what we're talking about. Half eye Shiva. They're in the world also, but that inner presence they have not left. This is what we must strive to be. I am glad Shilpa was getting that point. We must all get it. See, these are illumined souls. See, who that I told you before also. Who's there to talk about these guys? Tell me. There is a illumined soul who left illumined. About who? Which part of the world knows about this? Did she carry any title, Yogi Pogi? Did she have a great Facebook profile where she posted this and that, gave gyan or this like that? Did she share with her friends? Nobody knew her also. One corner of Mumbai, somewhere she lives. She practiced and she evolved. I am seeing her evolution. She evolved to such a mature state, withdrawn and in her own space and illuminated and gone. Who's there to talk about this now? This happens on like this platforms only. No advertisement, no publicity for all this. That's real spirituality, I'm telling you. Nisardat Maharaj's spirituality is real. Ramana's is real. Sitting with a bunch of people, that's all. Ramana also sat only with a few people. Not even 100 people were there during those days. Why? Why the public is less in this? A real Gyan. What is a real Gyan? It will tell you that you don't exist, your people don't exist. You are nonsense, your people are nonsense, what you have created is all nonsense. Who will like to hear this? We go to teachers who tell us, no, you are not nonsense, you are a great person, you are a nice person. All that you have created also is nice. You maintain yourself, you maintain what you have created. Live happily ever after. Create more stuff. Go create. Don't sit quietly. Do something. Do this. Do that. And Ramana tells, don't do anything. Shut up and sit here. And Nisarga tells, just be. Who will want to just be? Doers will not shut up. So which doers will like to go to Nisargat Maharaj or Ramana Maharishi ji? Which doer will like to come here? जो फड़फड़ाने वाले नहीं आ सकते यहाँ पे. And they will never get the goal also. That's what I'm trying to tell you. फड़फड़ा के थोड़ी गोल मिलता है. When Shiva is achala, nischala, Shiva only is telling Parvati, you fadfada a little also, you are in samsara. Anything other than me, you are in samsara, he says. Anything other than me. One thought, one moment, you are. Who will want this kind of teaching? Hey, ye kya hai? I thought I'm going to Shiva to ask him this and that, and he's telling not even, don't even move, sit like Nandi, staring all the time at him. We love temples, that's all. Utna hi hamara vasana hai. We love Nandi. We don't know what is Nandi. Nandi is uninterrupted awareness. He doesn't take his eye off even for a second from Shiva. Dol pito, Nagade pito, festivals happen, color dalo, dance karo, do anything you want. He is all the time watching his Shiva. Uninterrupted awareness is Nandi. Nandi is the seeker. Nandi is the disciple. Nandi is the devotee. Who will be Nandi? Who wants to be Nandi? Those who want to be Nandi only will go to Ramana or Nisarga. And you see, they both were that type only. And Ramana created Nandis. Real Guru is the Guru who creates Nandis, not Bondus who are all the time running around here. Real Gurus create Buddhas, not Buddhus. The difference between Buddha and Buddhu is Buddhi, awareness. Full awareness, you're a Buddha. No awareness, you're a Buddhu. Where you'll find in today's world? Tell me. Just point out. Give me the names. Or give me the place, locations. I would like to know. Where teachings, real teachings of Ramana, real teachings of Nisarga is taught. Today, everything is going on in the name of I am that. Ramana Maharishi's teachings also are there. You go to Tirunamala, you'll see everything there. Mela laga hua hai. Very hard to find the actual tattva of those great masters. So don't get fooled by crowds. These things are very silent. And you can see, I'm glad you can see and witness and hear and be a part of the whole thing and see this is how the things are. Nothing. It's all very casual. It's not so much to be even hyped out. It's a part of life. And I'm telling you, real spirituality is very humble. It doesn't shout. It doesn't need to glamorize, advertise, yell, show off, and this and that. What is the need? That's all ego part. The real goal is to attain the state of Nandi. So what Nandi is doing is Shuddha Vidya. Apart from Nandi, everything in the temple is a Shuddha Vidya. It takes you in samsara only. You look around in the temples. Who is the real tattva there except Nandi? Only that one has the privilege of watching Shiva. Everybody else is flickering here and there. Nobody who can watch 24/7. Even the priest cannot do that. Only Nandi can do that. And we worship Shiva and Nandi. Why we worship Nandi? Show me one person who worships Nandi for the real tattva that Nandi is. That you go and bow down to Nandeshwara and say, make me like you. Show me one person. They will go and whisper in his ears, tell Shiva, I want this. Tell then I want a job. Tell I want this. You know that belief, right? That you go and tell in the ears of Nandi. You see in every temple they are whispering into the ears. What is this all about? Samsara they are asking. And what is Nandi? Samsara? He is off the samsara. Dekho. He is the only true devotee who is devoted to that master. That is called abiding in the self. What Ramana said, abide in the self. Antarmukhi, all the time. All the time aware that I am presence. That is only abiding. That is Nandi. Nandi means I am Nandi. I am aware of my Shiva at all times inside. Even if the world is outside, it is there because Nandi around, there is a world around him. There is a peripheral vision to Nandi also. He is not sitting in darkness. He is not putting that hooves and sitting. World also is, he is sitting right in the world. But amidst the world, amidst all the noise and see all the festivals and dance and this and that, he is abiding in the self. That is our nature. We becoming Nandi means we becoming fully aware of this presence. And that's not very easy. सुनने को अच्छा लगता है. That is why we are doing these practices. These webinars, these practices. ये क्या है बार बार वही करना है. We have done this. अरे, if you have done this, then you should have been Shiva now. Why are you not Shiva yet? Something is missing, right? You're not interested to find that. What is missing? You are still in the concept of merging. You're still in the wait for that Shiva. That is why you are not getting it. You don't listen. You participate, but you don't listen. You participate, but you are not attentive. You're not aware of what is being spoken because your mind is full of distractions. Why do you think every webinar I write that find a space where you're not distracted? I know your world, your samsara. I will not allow you to sit even for a moment. Forget the outside samsara. Your mind is the biggest samsari. It cannot sit. When you can't afford 5-minute time for yourself, where is this practice of abiding in the self? Myself में के लिए time नहीं है. To sit quietly in one place only, half an hour, 1 hour, I don't have time. And I'm talking about 24/7, तीनों अवस्था में being abide in. This is all bullshit. We are not practical people. We are going with some theory and concept. That is why you guys are never tired of listening to books and YouTube gurus. What you are searching, God only knows. Cranky mind, unsettling mind. मतलब सुनना ही नहीं दे रहा है. ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हो. ध्यान कैसे देंगे? मन के अंदर और भरा हुआ है. So many other things. Sit in satsang, sit in this. Where are you there? You're not Nandi there. There also you are rotating everywhere. This is another vasana. I'll do one program, something will happen. Nothing will happen. You have done enough programs in your lives. I am trying to break that concept. You think by attending many spiritual programs, you are going to get anywhere. You will get nowhere if you don't understand this one tattva. So if you don't want to waste your life and time, listen attentively what is being spoken. Again, that cannot be forced. That is part of your prarabdha. Your prarabdha will not allow you to sit. The prarabdha it is. All the hundreds of scanning that is still going on is prarabdha. It's not allowing. It's here. It's right now. It's here. Mrikasturi. It's here. We talk about all these things, but we are also Mrikasturi only. Searching in YouTube's. And it's here in the fragrance. It's all here. We don't practice. See why that girl attained that? Why Shilpa attained it? See, because what self will cannot do, sickness will do. I mean it. In such states of sickness, what else is remain to left to do? Think about it. You're forced to just do that only. Karma again. See, Vichitra. You might only see it is suffering or this. You don't know what the play, Leela of Shiva. You might say pain, pain. Arey, what is pain? Postpartum. How does the mother feel? Prepartum, how does she feel? Before, while she is into labor. What is the pain? It's horrendous pain. Many of them are scared of that, thinking of it only. But what after that? After delivery? Will any mother keep on brooding? Oh, I had so much pain. Oh, that, or keep thinking of it, or go into depression. Oh, I was suffering so much. No, you are overjoyed. That phase is, that suffering is gone like this. But during that period, it's like great. See, that's what happens. Shilpa also, that way only. Now, delivered. But for the delivery, that pain is what we are going through. And sometimes life gives us that pain so that otherwise this mind will not listen. I mean what I'm telling you. There are many cases where I've seen in my counseling times when I used to do this personal counseling, that time I have told this to many of my so-called clients. When they had a fracture, when they broke a bone, when they fell sick, when they were told to have bed rest for a month, forcefully, their life pattern was they were so much in hurry, so much in a run, and from inside their Atman is calling. Inside there is a pull. I need to do this. I need to do this. But wait, this must get over. This work must get over. I need to do that. That I ego is there. At the same time, the karma is telling time up for you to work something important. Precious moments here. Pay attention here. No, no, no. Let me finish my so-called dramas first. And you're running, chasing, and this and that, and one accident, one break, bone breaking, and then you're fat on bread. What you will do now? You know, it forces you to do that. One of the Westerner American who was to come for my retreat, Tirunamalai, he had a spinal cord injury and he was bedridden for months, pain and things like that. No, they are all people who sat with all these great Mahatmas, Nisardat Maharaj, Punjaji, and all that. They are that kind of people, but the run is still there. Grace does sometimes this way. And at that time, he had connected to me, and I gave him a webinar on that self healing things, and he was doing that. And he told me he was able to pay attention to so many details now because there is nothing else to do. I'm in the bed. I told him that time, this is how life is making you do it. It has to put you on bed. Otherwise, you'll not listen. So don't go by these outer things that happens. Everything has different meanings. We can't see with the mind a limited perception. We can't understand or fathom this life. It is a mega life. Very difficult to understand it with the mind. That is why devotion, surrender we talk about, because Teri raza mein meri raza. Thy will be done. Why do we say that? Now this girl, it is thy will be done only. So in thy will, it looks like an odd moment, but in that odd moment, the greatest achievement has been achieved, which by running nobody will achieve in God knows how many lifetimes. That's why life is the guru, I tell you. Everything happens for the highest. But our minds cannot see it, so we see things in our own way. So the real jnana that I'm telling you, real wisdom, is what lies in this Atman, in this presence, which is not seen because we are busy in samsara with the mind. The moment you shut down samsara and bring your attention to where it should be, the wisdom is already there, you'll see. There is no wisdom to be told by any teacher in Guru. And I'm telling you, any teacher that tells you is telling you some of their own cooked experiences. Nityananda says in Chidakasha Gita, you must not eat the food from the plate of others. You must take your own plate and serve yourself and eat by yourself. What does that mean? This. Don't depend on anybody else's experience. What your teacher did, what your guru did, what your guru mandala did, what they did, ideals did. They did it. Their story. What's your story? Eat your own food, Nityananda says. How? Experience yourself. Practice. Practice it yourself and then conclude, I know this. That is Gyan. Those who just take Pelawa Gyan from here and there and they keep it in their mind and go on parroting it everywhere outside, go on posting quotes here and there without knowing anything about it. And they say, I am a Gyani. I know everything. Lot of wisdom. पेला हुआ ज्ञान है. This is what I call पेला हुआ ज्ञान. वो जिसने आपको दिया वो भी पेल रहा है. The one who gives such kind of knowledge is also a parrot only. I have seen so many teachers refer to all those YouTube, TED Talks. What was that? Tony Robbins, Osho. Their computers are full of these kind of talks. जानता हूँ ना मैं, I've been there, I've seen everything. That only converts into very precious ज्ञान. Somebody else's पेला हुआ ज्ञान है वो. And that is the reason when I came online 5 years back, I started exposing, sorry, not exposing, introducing this Osho Tattva and telling everybody, read, listen to him, listen. Because somewhere you will say, अरे ये तो सुना हुआ है हमने पहले. I've heard this from some teachers. One interesting one guy came and told me, I heard it from a young teacher, a young guru. What you heard? This only what Osho is talking. And so this guy says, सब कॉपी किया हुआ है. Who? Osho guys have copied. Who came for Osho or your young guru? उतना भी विवेक नहीं है, बुद्धि नहीं है. Fanatism is dangerous. अंधभक्ति, अंधभक्त. What it can do to you? इतना भी सोच नहीं सकते. Tomorrow you will tell your guru has given you the Vedas. You will tell you the Vedas had copied, Rishis had copied from there. Come on. Anything other than Shruti is Pelav again. What is Shruti? We did it yesterday. Webinar. Understood it clearly, right? What is Shruti? Paravani. In that space, you get the teachings of Dakshinamurti. That's what I'm telling. Go through this webinar again and again, again and again, until you tap into that space and sit there and know what you have to know. Because that comes by practice. Sitting in, reaching into that state, in the knowing that there is wisdom in the silence. In that silence, where there is no two, where there is no teacher, where there is no God, there is no devotee, there is no guru, no shishya, no two, just one. Even Dakshinamurti is there. When no one is there, then a realization happens. Yesterday I explained what is you be the book and you be the reader, which Nityananda said. He said, Pustak, mastak ko pustak banao. Mastak ko pustak banao. You be the book, you be the reader. That is that state yesterday what we did. You are only that book and you are the reader now. There is no two. ज्ञान किससे लोगे? लेन देन का सवाल ही नहीं. When you open up and just sit there, the book is already opened. There is no need to grasp and pull the knowledge. It is there. You know it. You are the book. You know it. Where is the need to read it? Where is the need to read it? मुझे ज्ञान लेना है अंदर जाके. लेने की क्या जरूरत? तुम ही ज्ञान हो. What did Ramana say? In a jnani, there is only jnana, no jnani. See how beautiful that is. In a true jnani, there is no jnani, only jnana. The jnani only is that jnana. Because jnani means identity आ गया एक. ज्ञानी को ज्ञान दो है. ज्ञानी ही ज्ञान है. Book only is the reader. That is that paravani what we did yesterday. Keep on doing it repeatedly. Whenever you get time, repeatedly. Especially the last meditation that we did, powerful. Even through the whole discourse you go, you will get connected layer by layer. For a week, continuously do it. Why I talk about doing this for 10 days, 21 days, 7 days? कौन करता है कौन जाने. पार्ट टाइम वाले नहीं कर सकते. वो और बिजी चीजें हैं ना संसार में. अरे I have a very busy life. प्रारब्ध. Favoring prarabdhas will make you sit. Go deeper. No excuses. No other running. Nothing important other than this. That cannot be done by force. Grace. So your karma, your destiny. If we are with very good generated karmas, life will only bring that opportunity, that vasana, sadvasana. शुद्ध विद्या के लिए सद्वासना. See, there also God only does it. Where we are the doers. Grace comes from inside. Grace gives us the interest. Sadvasana. Advaita Vasana, Ishwara Kripa. Avadut Gita verse 1. Advaita Vasana, Ishwara Kripa. That Vasana who's giving? God only is giving from inside. Grace of God. But how do you get grace of God? By your good karmas. So if you don't have grace, do good karmas. Oh, a lot of obstacles. Do good karmas. It will generate grace. That is the meaning of you are Parabhairava, you create your own Shaktipat, you create your own grace if you want. Otherwise, leave it to him. उसके भरोसे रहो. Every Navaratras, every Diwali, sit meditating, sit doing pujas, sit doing patas. उसके भरोसे पर. Or realize you are only Parabhairava. See, when you realize you are Parabhairava, which Parabhairava are you going to merge with? It's a contradiction. On one side, I say, I am Shiva. I'm not the body. I'm not this intellect. I'm not the mind. I am Shiva. So if I am Shiva, who is this Shiva wanting to merge with is my question. और कौन सा शिवा है? Which other Shiva is there then if you are Shiva? Either say you are not Shiva, then go and merge or connect. Or if you say you are Shiva, then there is no point in connection. I am open to answers. Anybody who can answer me on this. It's all the play of the mind. That's what I told. The इसको बोलते ज्ञान पेला. Somewhere we have heard I am Shiva. We don't know the loopholes. We keep on saying, but the उसका contradiction भी है. Which if I am not aware, I only get stuck. अपने झूठ में मैं ही फंस जाता हूँ. इसलिए all this bookish knowledge, all this knowledge that somebody else has spoken, Guru has told. Yesterday, what we discussed, what did Yog Vashishta Mahamuni tell, Guru Vashishta tell Lord Rama? All these teachings from the Guru to disciples are only rituals to maintain the tradition. The real realization of the seeker is through awareness of the seeker alone. What did he say? The true realization is by the awareness of the seeker alone. Go and refer it if you want. Yoga Vashishta. Guru Vashishta is telling Rama that all these teachings are parampara from only to maintain the parampara it is. वो हमारे परंपरा में भी हम ऐसे teach करते हैं. It is only to maintain the parampara and teachings, rituals. He says these rituals which are given from Guru to Shishya are only to maintain. Are rituals only to maintain the lineage, the tradition, some customs. But he says the true realization of the seeker happens only through the awareness of the disciple. इसमें तो clear हो रहा है कि what we are talking about. Now, how many will listen to this? How many are interested? Because nobody wants to say it is my responsibility. Everybody wants to say it is my Guru's responsibility to teach me, to give me Shaktipat, to give me grace. अरे गुरु क्यों बनाया फिर ऐसा ही क्या? I am spending money just like that. All these decorations, all this photo framing, all these temples that I have built, all these books that I have brought, all these lectures and programs that I have attended, ऐसे ही क्या? गुरु को भी तो कुछ काम होना चाहिए. Guru also has to do some work. I am doing all these expenses, this samarpan, this surrender. I am doing this surrender, right? What else is needed now? Rest is Guru's work. बोलता है कि नहीं? फिर वही रट्टा मारो. टीचर ने ये बोला, गुरु ने ये बोला. ये कौन सा ज्ञान है? पेला हुआ ज्ञान. एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है उसके अंदर. सुना बका. इसलिए फंस जाते हैं. आफ्टर सम सर्टेन टाइम ही गेट स्टक. दम ही नहीं है उसके अंदर. टीचिंग के अंदर बोध नहीं हुआ है. जो टीचिंग बोध नहीं हुआ है इज यूजलेस. दैट इज व्हाट ही इज टेलिंग. वशिष्ठ is telling. True realization is only by the awareness of the disciple. Teachings are just a ritual to maintain the tradition. So there is no crowd for these things, and crowd should not be there also because very few reach these states. Not everybody comes to that state of Jnana Marga where you are ready to let go of all the nonsense. Just be. All your samsaras, all your vasanas, all your dancing around, all these plays, when it goes after a lot of ठोकर ऐसा भी नहीं जाएगा. You have to go through immense suffering. First you will run to Guru, God, ये दे दो, वो दे दो, ऐसा कर दो, वैसा कर दो. Then one day or one janma will come to know हो नहीं रहा है. ये सब Whatever I'm trying to maintain, catch is coming, going, coming, going, only pain all the time. And then you say to hell with everything. That is when you see the fakeness of the world. Only when you see the fakeness of the world can you seek the truth, opposite of fake, real. Only when you know it's real, fake, then only you can search for what is real, isn't it? When you think the fake as real, will you search for the real? You'll say this only is real. Why will you even search for anything else? Until you realize this is fake, then you will say, where is it? The real one. That is called sadhuvasana, advaita vasana, Ishwar kripa. You want to know yourself. You want to know the reality. That is called the seeker of truth. I keep on telling this word, seeker of truth. People think seeker of truth means the truth. Truth, ये पेला हुआ ज्ञान में बहुत truth है. All contaminated truths. Every path you see, they have their own truth. Every religion has their own truth. And they keep boasting, this is the truth. Which religion, which path will tell this is not the truth? They will tell there is only the truth. Not just that, they will say this is the only truth. Rest all are false truths. Come here. Apart from me, if anybody is giving any kind of jnana, don't go there. False truths. Only what I tell is truth. Because I'm maintaining the parampara, ritual of the parampara. Here I will not give importance to the awareness of the disciple. बात ही नहीं उधर अवेयरनेस ऑफ द डिसाइपल बिकॉज अवेयरनेस डिसाइपल को अगर अवेयरनेस हो गया बहुत हो गया ही विल सी पर्दाफाश व्हाट इज द क्वालिटी ऑफ विवेक पावर ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन सत्य और असत्य में पहचानने की ताकत द पावर टू नो व्हाट इज रियल एंड व्हाट इज अनरियल ही सीज once he sees will he not discard all that is false so do your false people want to leave you or you to leave them then why will they awaken the awareness? Why will they even talk of what Vashishta is talking? It is not in the teacher, but in the disciples' awareness. Who will tell you this? Because if it is told, everybody will disperse. You see the truth, everything. Everything is clear. This satsang only you repeat again and listen. I'll put it on YouTube. Listen again. You'll see again depth of your ignorance is opening up. Many clues you'll get. What to do, what you are searching, where you are stuck on the paths, why you are not getting things, where is the fear coming from. You'll get crystal clear clarity. And today I was reading about Tulsi Das. I don't know that Doha, but it was beautiful. I'll try to share it. It's in Hindi. I don't remember exactly the words. But roughly it was something like it was a talk about somebody was talking about Madhu Ketab. कान के जो मैल होते हैं Brahma's ears earwax there were two demons that were born demons demons demon I told my niece the other day in Kolhapur my daughter I was telling I said do you have demon uh, I was talking about demon she said it's not demon it's demon I said what is LEMON she was stuck that's lemon we lemon so you sometimes confuse the Gyani only when they give Gyan. So this Asura is there, demon. Two demons born, Madhu and Kaitav. One is praise and one is insult. One is negativity, one is positivity. So one is positivity, chaplusi karo. Praise, 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 praise. Flatter and flatter and flatter. You fall for it, you will fall. Because that is why it is called Asura, demon. And it came from Brahma's ears. Who's Brahma? You and me only. We are creators, right? We create anything. So our creation depends on this praise and insult. So if somebody comes and flatters you and you listen to them because you are flattered by them, your creation will go haywire. Whatever you are creating, it will be a false creation. And if it is goes by the negativity of somebody, if you're affected, you're reactive, then you chase that. Or based on that irritation or negativity, your creative powers will again go haywire. So Madhu Ketam, somebody was talking about that, and they referred to this quote of Tulsidas, in which they said, the Raja, the Guru, and the Vaidya, the king, the Guru, and the doctor. These three can fall if they become victim of flatterers or non-flatterers, criticizers. It didn't say flatterers and criticizers. It simply said about people who influence in a right way, wrong way. The Guru, the doctor, and the king. If they are affected by the plus and minus of what they hear, they will go down. Means if the king has a minister who's flattering the king, if the politician has a chaplus, has some assistant who's only flattering, oh, what a great work you did, fantastic roads you built, these roads are like the roads in Paris, the whole city is shining, everybody is praising you, what will happen? He will continue doing the nonsense. The king, not just nonsense, he will reward that person also. Why? Because he likes to hear praise. And negativity, he'll be affected it in a negative way. He'll try to chase that person. He'll try to get somebody beheaded. He'll his viveka will shake. Yeah, that is what they were saying. The viveka shakes. Same way, the guru, if he has a chela who's flattering him and telling only the good things, and if he gets pleased by his chela, because he favors that chela, his viveka will shake. Then he doesn't look about dharma or adharma. Like the king also is not looking about adharma or dharma. Doctor also is not looking about dharma or adharma. They just go by flattery because they're favoring that flattery. They like that flattery. पतन का कारण बनता है, this is Tulsidas. Everything falls because you're doing that favor. You're not liking something. You're not moving by dharma. You're not going by the truth. You're going by falsity now, because truth, it might be uneasy. Truth might not be very appealing. So when truth is not appealing, what happens? Somebody who's speaking the truth, the king can cut off his head also, behead him. Why? Because somebody is talking the truth and he doesn't like truth. It's hurting his, because he's a pleasing man. Same way, the guru, if somebody is talking the truth, he may say, get out. I don't like this. Same the doctor, by like and dislike. You keep flattering. You do a different job. Don't flatter. So three zones, he said. The king, the guru, and the Vaidya, doctor. I forgot to say that, but it's a nice Hindi saying. See how these things are so apt. This is dharma. Where these talks are there, where these guys quotes, where these kind of quotes गायब हो जाते पता नहीं चलता. And what floats in the social media is all this पेला हुआ ज्ञान, ट्रुथ के साथ किसी का लेना देना, बट इट poses like truth. They look like truth. They are ornamental like truth. But खोखला ज्ञान है, fake it is. Because you chase that kind of a ज्ञान, other than disappointment, you will not get it. You will never get the truth, reality. For that, you need direct perception, like Ramana's teachings, Nisarga's teachings. They're straight to the point. Where look at them also, non-glamorous. Somebody sitting with a loincloth in some rugged hut, and somebody sitting with a bead in his mouth, with simple plain Indian clothes, with a small room in a small house in Mumbai. This, I'm telling you, this is where truth exists, such places. And they are deliberately hidden. Good. I'm sure there will be no crowd there. So competition का सवाल ही नहीं है, because it's a less traveled road. Living Gyan of the self, of Advaita. You want to see living. There it is. But can you see? Cannot see. Because it's not flowered, not glamorized. No talks there. Where Avdutas talk on the road? Where do they give lectures? We are wanting lectures. They don't give lectures. Can they give us AC rooms? Can they give us sound systems, technology? Can they give us the comfort of having a snack vada pav here and listening to a satsang? Can they give us the comfort of lying in bed greater than Vishnu and listening to satsang as though a king is listening to a tawaif singing a song, a royal king, all in the comforts? ऐसे लोग कुछ भी प्राप्त नहीं कर सकते हैं, कितना भी कोशिश कर लो. Attitude is wrong. Perception is wrong. You will not get it even if it is right in front of you. Because that attitude only will miss it out. That comfort will remove it. See somebody on the hospital bed, discomfort will give all the pokes to get it, because there is an urge now there. You want to get out of that. You want to get out of your body also. You will go deep into that. And so somebody is like this. Will they want that? Eating a vada pav, eating snacks and having tea or coffee and juice. This is not where truth exists. Truth exists in the bare minimum, in the least expected places. Like Arunachala, Nisardat Maharaj's home, Ganesh Puri's, Bhagwan's Samadhi shrine, Kailash Nivas. Not now, when he was there. When the Mahatma is there, there is discipline. He doesn't tolerate nonsense. Today you can do anything. Who cares? You can walk in Kailasha eating a burger. Who's going to ask you? Will you do that when Nityananda is there? You can't. That's the difference. You go to Ramana Ashram, now it's different. But when Ramana was there, would you have done what you do there now? That's what I'm telling. The awareness in the disciple must be so sharp and high. That is what liberates. not these environments, not even the guru. If the awareness is awakened and ripe in a shishya, they will go to Ganesh Puri also and get it. They will go right now in this Kali Yuga to Arunachal also and get it. They will go to Nisardat Maharaj's place also and get it. They will go wherever they go, they will get it because they are in that frame. Because the awakening of that, the realization, the awareness is bloomed. That's what Vashishta is trying to say. It is only that awareness of the disciple that will give him the true realization, not the Guru's teachings. अब इससे ज्यादा क्या बोलूं? Share this video with whomever you feel needs it. First time ever I'm saying share the video. I don't know why, but share it. I'll put it on YouTube. Don't share it on your otherwise ये कुछ तो बोलेगा. So you like, you share it internally wherever, however, to who you feel needs to hear it. Don't worry about the social media. There, those who need to hear it only will come and hear it. Not everybody can hear it. When the time is right, when what they have to hear, they will hear it. That's grace. That we don't. That is why we don't put our head into marketing. हमको कुछ कर, हम कौन होते करने को पब्लिसिटी, शेयर करने को, इधर करने को, उधर करने को? हम कौन होते हैं? होना है तो हो जाएगा. If it has to happen, it will happen. If this is happening, that also will happen. If it has to. If it should not, it will not happen. Simple. What did I say? If I have to get up and take a stroll, walk. If it has to happen, it will happen. If I don't need to walk, I'll not. Why? Whatever reasons. If I take a walk, what has to happen might happen there. Or what should not happen, that should have. What should not happen, if I'm sitting here, only when I take a walk, it will not happen because I'm not here. Whichever way, it is a spontaneous. Yes, that Tulsidas's verse was on greed and fear. I was trying to get what is that word. It was not about praise and insult. But that person was talking about Madhu Ketav. He connected that with this quote. It said the Raja, the king, and the Guru, and the doctor Vaidya. What did I just say? Again, I lost track of that word. How many of you heard it? What I just wanted to say, I missed it out. It just went out of my space. But I just said, yeah, this is what it was. Greed and fear. Thank you, Anitaji. Greed and fear is one topic which we have talked so many times. Yeah, Nilesh. I have told you this many times. So I was happy to hear that. Tulsidas telling, out of greed and fear, when a Raja or a Guru or a Vaidya functions, it will not be Dharma. That is Madhuketa. Greed for anything. You are motivated by greed. Or you're motivated to do an action or whatever by fear. Fear of what will happen, what will people say, what this will happen, or what will I get. When decisions are based on this, it is adharma. It is no more dharma. It will fall. And this is one very important thing in the life of seekers. You have to completely eradicate these two things. If you have these two, I've told you many times, you will be captivated by the world. You will be easily controlled by this world. You don't have these two tattvas, nobody can control you. Control का एक ही जरिया है. There is only one way to control anybody. That person must have greed or must have fear. It is only to greed you can manipulate. It's only by for fear you can manipulate. Even in the spiritual world. If I tell you all spiritual talks, you see very deeply, all the spiritual talks are based on fear only. Do this, you will get free from this fear. Bhaya, roga bhaya, sickness, fear, fear of sickness, fear of old age, fear of death, fear of mishaps, fear of protection. See, spirituality is full standing on this only. It gives you all comforts for this, solution for this. पूरा यंत्र तंत्र मंत्र है इसके लिए. So if you have this in you, you will be clinging on to these things. Or greed. I want this, I want that. Greed का तो list ही है. All areas of life. Greed. I want. So when spirituality says you want, for your want only, it is delivering everything. You do this, you will get this. See, read this patha, you will get this. What you will get? Dana you will get. Meditate on this auspicious time, you will get something. You will get health, you will get wealth, you will get success, you will get relationships, you will get, and all the people are, I want, I want, I want. So here is it, here is it, here. That is why the crowd, greed and fear ka crowd hai. Seekers of liberation are the people who have overcome these two. Now, who can bribe them? Who can threaten them? What can bribe them? What can threaten them? Because there is fear. What is the fear there of losing what? And what is the greed there? What to get what? Because a person, if they are thripped in what they are, just with the rakyos, with the rahi, what greed? What more do you want? Do you get the point? So Tulsi Das, what he says is perfect. Based on these two, Patanga Karan banna hai. For seeker, it's very important. Very, very important, these two factors. Right now, also, all the people who get offended by what I say or who come to debate with me are all people with greed or fear. I have touched those two areas, either of the two areas in them. इधर उनका भय का सिक्योरिटीज को मैंने छेड़ा है, या उनके जो ग्रीड के होप से उसको छेड़ा है, उम्मीद. I have tickled that greed in them, that hope, whatever they have invested wherever. I have touched that space which they don't like, or I have touched that space which is giving them security some kind for their fear. Continuous fear का एक supply मिल रहा है. I have touched that space. They feel threatened. They will kill. They will do anything. Move out. This is my supply. Only the people who understand what I am saying here can be seekers of truth, because they are wanting to go beyond this greed and fear, beyond all the clingings. They want to be independent. They want to be self-reliant. They want to understand their self without greed and fear. Such is a paripakva seeker for self-realization. Self-realization cannot come out of greed and fear. In today's market, you see, self-realization also is sold out of greed and fear. Oh, you will get moksha, mukti from all your problems and karma. Come here. Will teach you self-realization. Run. What is it is for greed? To get something, you go there. Array, it is self-realization is the process where you're done with all the games. You know everything. Like, not interested. You're looking for that freedom, not to gain more. Gaining more cannot be self-realization. It is another some stupidity. Again, some drama in the world. But when you don't have awareness, you will do that. Or with fear. If you don't want another janma, fear is put. If you don't want to stay far away from God, and lose God or lose the Guru, what will happen to you? Come. There also the run is for that only. Greed or fear. See, when the greed and fear goes, a seeker will simply sit there, nothing to chase, nothing to run from, nothing to chase is greed, nothing to run from is fear. दोनों में देखो भाग है, दोनों में भगदौड़ है. In both there is running. Greed also you'll have to run, fear also you'll have to run. When both are gone, no running, be. You'll just be. And when you be where you are in that present moment, you are aware of that presence. The truth, like Mrik Kasturi, just opens up like the musk deer. Where you are, there it is. Makes sense, right? Anybody asked any questions? I don't know if you sent anything. Ah, this is right. What is that? साची वेद गुरु. अरे क्या है, हिंदी पढ़ने नहीं आता, छोड़ो. Whatever it is, I'll share it with you. I would like to get clarified on what is Jivatman and Paramatman if there is nothing to watch. Jivatman and Paramatmans are concepts in your head. Till you sit with all these definitions, your mind will keep cooking. Oh, I am the Jivatman, that is the Paramatman. Then you'll say, how is Jivatman connected to Paramatman? Then Nikalo Pura scriptures. Why waste time? Why waste time to even know what is Jivatman, Paramatman? It is a curiosity of the mind. I am telling you to realize that you are Jivatman. Jiva with an Atman, that Atman is awareness. Jiva is the body, ego. In that ego, there is awareness. That is Jivatman. Jiva is ego, Atman is awareness. Awareness in that ego is Jivatman. So, what are we doing here? The ego is sitting here and becoming aware of that, right? Becoming aware. So, when you do that, you are a Jivatman. When you connect the Jiva connects with this awareness, Jivatman, and when the Jivatman truly realizes, right now it is just knowledge. First, there is no knowledge also. I am just a Jiva, just existing. Then somebody tells you something and then you get curiosity. Then you say, no, 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 I'm a Jivatman. I want to know. Then you do these kind of practices. I'm practicing. Oh, I'm the Atman. I'm not just the Jiva. Second stage. Third stage, you know you are an Atman. Your awareness. First stage, same Anuvapaya. Second is, I realize. I'm practicing. Third is, I have realized I'm awareness. The day you realize I'm awareness, that is Paramatman. Clear? Jivatman and Paramatman. So where is it? It is not in the head. It is not in the theories, not in philosophy. It is in this practice. Shift into awareness. That is the Atman in the Jiva, that awareness. That awareness only, when it is only awareness, it is Jivatman. But when it becomes pure awareness, that is Paramatman. I have explained this also many times. What awareness we have is the awareness, what we are just calling awareness. But when there is pure awareness, that is the Paramatman's awareness, pure awareness. So, seeker's awareness is known as awareness. And when you realize the truth, you will realize that God only is that awareness, pure awareness. At that time, when the pure awareness happens, in pure awareness, there is no this awareness, that awareness. It is just pure awareness. One, ekatva. So, that is the goal of spirituality, to realize that one, that I am pure aware. That is why Shiva says in many sutras, even Avadut Gita, I am pure awareness. But right now, I don't know I'm pure awareness, but I am aware, I know. So I'm working on my awareness. When that awareness becomes aware of itself, it realizes pure awareness. At that time, there is no awareness that is becoming aware of something and all. There's only one state, dissolved. So Jivatman becomes Paramatman there. So where does it start? Awareness. So I say, shift into awareness. See this, I'm telling, finally. You keep shifting into awareness. Because why I'm telling shifting into awareness? Because you're drifting. If you don't drift, there is no question of shifting, right? We keep drifting. So the practice that we do here is shifting into awareness. Again, we come into that awareness. Jiva is coming into the Atman again and again, again and again. The day it stabilizes, the day it grows and expands effortlessly, then it is no more shifting into awareness. It is called living in awareness. It's stabilized. In that living in awareness, you realize that you are awareness. That is pure awareness. Then you have truly shifted into that pure awareness. So either ways you take shifting into awareness. If you are a practitioner, I shift into my awareness, knowing I am Jivatma. But if you are the one who has gone to the final goal and attained it, then you have shifted truly into awareness. You are not this, you are pure awareness. Those who are new and those who cannot catch these terminologies, you can refer to the videos on YouTube. You can refer, I'm putting many more there now. I've told the team to just go through and upload many in the members zone because I don't want people to public to just access it. Members means those who are committed, those who really want to get deep into it, those who respect this wisdom. That is members. Let them pay, no problem. So monthly something is there, pay and abundant videos. All these deep contemplative sessions, deep contemplation sessions, some of the webinar sessions, some meditation, all those things will be put there. So you'll have enough knowledge to understand because it will not, you might not understand in one satsang these things. Many of the people who are sitting here have been with me like 3 4 years and they've got it, the point. Why they've got it? Because they've investigated so many opportunities, sat with. That is the power of that satsanga. So you might not get those 4 years, 3 years, but those 3 4 years videos are there. So those who are joining new can directly go there and with your time, as per your karma, as per your convenience, as per your vasanas, sadvasana or vishaya vasana, that is up to you. You will keep on doing it. And you will get the picture. But I'm telling you, the whole thing is here on this platform. You want to understand the levels 1 2 or 3, everything is there here. You cannot say it's not there. You don't have to wait for it, something to happen in the future. It's all here. It's only because sometimes we are clouded. The truths are here right now. What is spoken right now, the realization truths are there, but we are not clear abhi tak. So we don't get it. That's why I'm telling, repeat those videos of yesterday's webinar, Paravani. Every time it clears, every time you get a clearer picture, the clouds move, you get a clearer picture. That's how the realization happens. I'll just share that one post and then we'll end. The post that I had put. Oh, I think I've mixed it out somewhere. What is this? Ah, this is one beautiful. The idea I am free is as false as the idea I am in bondage. What did I say today? the mind ego, the planes. So when you go into the mind and ego, then the idea comes, I am pure awareness. I got into that capsule, then I start howling and I say, I'm stuck, I'm in bondage, I'm helpless. That is one. But the other claim, I am free, also is false, because both in both you can see the I is there, ego is there. One ego says, I am in bondage, I'm stuck. The other says, no, I'm illuminated, I am free, I am liberated. I am Shiva. I have told this many times. In the state of Shivoham, there is no one to say I am Shiva. So all people who keep on saying Shivoham, I am Shiva. Somebody wrote a mail to me or a video somewhere. I need your help. Join the satsangs. I need to ask this. I need some answers. And I saw what is the question. The question is that I went into deep meditation and I realized the truth. But now what to do? What further? I need guidance. See, when you need guidance, you have not realized the truth. I need what to do. I feel stuck. I need guidelines, but I have realized the truth. See, this is the problem, the ego problem. It will say I'm in bondage. Sometimes it will say I'm liberated also. I'm free, it will say. Then if it is free, why are you looking into all the YouTube videos, all the free guys? What are you searching in the books, in the places, in the ashrams? What are you searching? At least accept I'm in bondage still. Then don't call yourself free. Don't call yourself I am aware completely. We are awareness people. Awareness people will never say we are awareness people. If they are aware, they are free, they are Jivan Mukta, they are finished, they are only in the being. They will not run around. So that's not a problem. Either we should be crystal clear. What are we? Are we in bondage or are we free? Both are bondage. If I say I am in bondage, okay, that everybody says. But if you say I am free, I is there. That itself is an indication. The one who says, I went and merged, I realized the truth, I became one with the truth. Then, if you're one with the truth, who's this one who's telling I'm stuck, I need guidance? This is all the problem with the YouTube videos and books and websites. All these today's Jnana is coming from social media. And they do some meditation somewhere and they say, I have become one. You've not become one. That feeling is in the mind. It's just the ego's drama. The one who becomes one will never say because the sayer is not there. Even if they have attained a state, they will not say. They will just be. Like Shilpa's case, see, where is boasting? I'm there, nothing. To the family also, she is acting very ordinary. They also don't know. When I told her sister, she was crying today because she didn't know many things about her. She's just like a normal lady, a sick person taking help or whatever, communicating. This is what I call humility. Humility is not created. It's if the reality happens to you, the humility also just happens. You cannot develop humility. You cannot say become humble. False teachings. I don't believe in such teachings. I will never say become humble. You can never become humble because you cannot tell the ego to become humble. If the ego tries to become humble, it is pretending, it is acting. Then it will claim I have become humble. Humility is in nature. It should just be felt. It is not talked. It is in the being, and that will happen when the person has matured, bloomed. The flower has bloomed. The fragrance will come automatically. There is no need to do publicity to say, give gyan, to send emails, junk emails, multiple emails to everybody. Many of my WhatsApp is archived because they send gyana. What is the need to send all that? publicity telling that I have reached this state. So I'm spreading my work through all my channels and convince, and nobody's convinced, and you get upset. Nobody's listening. You're putting it in the wrong place, first of all. Whom are you spreading it to? All the ignorant people who are not interested in that. Ramakrishna says, when the flower blooms, the bees come on its own. That's how we should. And what if the bees don't come? Bloom and wither away. That's all. You bloom and you wither away. Bee आया तो आया, नहीं आया तो नहीं आया. खत्म. You don't have to make a force of all these things. So I don't believe in teachings like become humble, give love. I simply reject it. Give love is fake. We can teach people how to become love. When they become love, they will give love. Giving love also nahi. They will emanate love. That is giving love. But one who tries to give it is a fake person. They are trying to give it because they don't have it. They are gathering it from somewhere inside. Please check this out. When I say to you, give love to your enemy, give love to the person who doesn't like you, what will you do? It will not happen. You'll try and say, no, I have learned this teaching, I have to give love. Then you'll see, you'll generate love from inside. You'll gather some love and you'll try to push that love into someone. This is all fake. You cannot give love. You cannot become humble. It is a byproduct. Love is a byproduct. Humility is a byproduct. Being is a byproduct. For that byproduct, there are some things that we are doing. That is tapas. That is this prayatna sadhaka, Shiva Sutras. Prayatna. That is the prayatna that we do. These efforts to remove my ignorance, that's all. I keep becoming aware of my ignorance and simply keep removing all the agyanta. What remains is love. What remains is humility. What remains is that realization. That's it. Simple as that. Okay, we'll end today's session. Otherwise, we'll go all night. Navratra night. Today is a beginning auspicious day. I told her sister, Shilpa sister, she has left on a very auspicious day today. Her soul waited for this time to leave. The beginning of Navaratras. And these are times when the Shakti is fully, they are not particular times, but these are opportunities, I will say, not time. Time, every time Shakti is there in us. Shakti doesn't need to come only on Navaratras. Shiva doesn't need to come only on Mahashivratris. Come on. Guru doesn't need to come only on Guru Purnimas. They're all there all the time. They are opportunities. They are windows for you to work. So we can take those opportunities. So in this Navaratras, we are going to be in that Parashakti programs. So I don't know exactly what I just, that thought came to me, Parashaktis. We have just put, let's see whatever unveils. That will be the Shakti Tattva in us. Let's become aware. Become aware of the presence that I am.